All right, YouTube, check it out. We're going to talk about LeBron James today. We're going to talk about really what he represents in a greater respect than what he does on a daily basis with the basketball. And we're just going to talk about how we're watching really some great life lessons about how the universe works for and against us, in our daily lives, right? So it's bigger than basketball. So people talk a lot around the periphery of, you speak things into existence. You want it until it happens, right? You say it until it's true. And there's the aspect of you put things out into the universe, out into the world, and eventually you do it enough kind of in one way that it shows itself physically, right? Or, you actually start to see it happen. You see it become reality. I think in a similar respect, right? When someone has a talent and that talent is so great, right? It's almost like having an extremely low center of gravity and nothing being able to move you, but you're able to move everything. And a lot of times, if you think about it, what you're moving, it may not even be intentional. If you think, if you think about it kind of from an aspect of phenomenology, right? Like, when I run, I'm moving my body and there's energy being put into that and I go from point A to point B, but I'm actually pushing and moving air and molecules out of the way as I do it, even though that's really not the intent of what I'm doing, right? So how does this apply into looking at, LeBron James in this respect, right? So, he's with the Lakers now, right? And we saw kind of the show he gave Miami, right? Well, LeBron James is going to go back and play Cleveland, right? And so you can see the universe kind of responding to him and who he is, right? We see a lot of things he's, done, in activism and the way he's played shape a lot of things in the league and in the NBA from a basketball perspective. But I think here we're going to start to see the other things that don't seem connected, but they're all connected, right? So LeBron James, I'm telling you right now, he's going to put on a show. He's going to put on a show. He's going to show the Cavs what's really real. And you can kind of see leading up to this situation, things started to happen, right? That he may or may not have really had a part in, but the universe was moving out of his way, right? So Ty Lue, he's gone, right? He was the coach while LeBron was there, and almost the universe preparing for this big moment where LeBron returns, to face the Cavs. He's gone, right? Why is he gone? What happened? What really happened? Was it really what they said it was? Or was the universe just saying, Ty Lue, move out of the way. The train's coming, right? J.R. Smith, he's gone, right? Move out of the way. So you just see pieces of what really LeBron built in Cleveland from a basketball perspective. Now that he's somewhere else and the pending return from a different perspective now as a Laker, the universe is just preparing. Hey, everybody move, everything get out of the way. The train's coming. He's pushing the air. He's literally pushing the environment, the metaphysical environment, all of it out of his way, just with the sheer force of who he is from a talent perspective. You got to understand that, right? Some of the other things, like from an activism perspective, we can see that connection a little more clearly, right? I'm a great basketball player, so now I'm able to have an opinion and shape the opinion or the narrative of other things that are related to my community and my culture outside of the court. But you can still see that direct connection. I can influence the media now. I can influence the socio-cultural environment, but, as a part of my influence with the media, or really as separate from it. I can influence the educational environment, right, as a separate activity, but using that low center of gravity I have, and which is really my talent, is so impactful that it acts as a low center of gravity. And I can influence these things in a more direct, right, but, as a separate function. More direct way, but a separate function. Now there's this other aspect of the universe simply just moving out of his way, right? That's how we have to think about life, right? Life is about a super system of organisms. It's all connected. We're all connected. We're connected to the world. So the things we do cause these reverberations throughout that ecosystem, right? And sometimes these reverberations are more evident, and sometimes they're almost seemingly impossible to take notice of, right? But this is an opportunity to really just sit and reflect, something that many people do anyway, sit and watch a basketball game or, an NFL game. And now think about that game and apply that to life in a greater context. And don't just look at the game, but look at everything connected to in and around the game, which is the reality that LeBron is coming and the universe is moving out of his way. How do we do that? How do we all do that? That's the question.